Hello everybody and welcome back to new Eriador. It has been quite some time since I was quite busy the last 2 weeks. There wasn't any video of new Eriador on my channel, but now I thought it's finally time that I bring you up to date again with the stuff that is happening, because I was of course playing. I just hadn't had the time to record and upload the video. So here I am on the server, and you might be wondering, why am I at spawn? Because this is the spawn of the server where we don't have anything here. There is no grass, no mobs, so all torches, and that's because we don't want any mobs or animals in the spawn chunks, so this is all cleared. I think we at some point need to finish the border around, because there is the border kind of halfway around spawn and the gates still need to be built. But I'm just too lazy to do that at the moment. There's cooler projects to do, and so I'm not doing that right now. I'm here for another reason, which is that we had applications open for a few weeks now, and that's not the way to go up there. We were looking at the applications that we got, and we were talking to some people. I'm not good at parkour. And so the server has not only 1 new member, but 4. So we decided to take a few more this time than we did the other times. And I think that that's pretty cool, because now there's a small group joining together the server, and we are here at spawn because they are not allowed to run around the server just yet. They will have to prove themselves on the server, and that's where you guys get into place as well, because you need to tell us if they have proven themselves, because we will set some challenges and we'll make it so it's kind of like a real new start on a new server for them. And what did we do when we started on the server? We went out into 4 groups and built camps. So there was the team North, of course the best camp of the server, and then there was of course East, South and West. West we can kind of see in the back there. I don't know, I think that bit over there, let me use the GD Optifine zoom, that is Camp North. Camp East is way too far away, and Camp South is behind the mountain as well, so we can't see that. But yeah, we started, and it was a lot of fun to start in those small groups, and since it's now 4 people joining, we thought, hey, you 4 could go for a camp as well. Let me quickly tell you who those 4 people are, so you know where to go to. The links, of course, are in the description. It is 4 people: Jakabok from the Netherlands, Bionixon from Denmark, and Nox Mama and Javadad from the US. I will refer to them as Jakabok, Bionic, Nox, and Java. Those are the 4 new members on the server, and I'm really happy that they joined. I already like them quite a lot. It was a lot of fun talking to them yesterday in our meeting with the group, and yeah, they are starting their camp back there, so let's go over there. This will be referred to as Camp Down. The reason for that is the quiz we once had, where we asked a question and then asked for the 4 camps, and since we had to use a 5th answer, we had Camp Down in there, and a few people thought actually Camp Down was the right answer. So now we've got a Camp Down on the server. So this is the pillar that marks right now the place where they will be starting their first days. We won't help them, we won't give them any materials. They will have to do everything on their own, and so they might have a hard time, because of course the local difficulty here might be a little bit increased since we played for quite some time on the server, but psst, don't tell them. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to what they can do. And the first challenge we set is that each one of them needs to take care of their own food supply. And we want to ask you now, who's doing best? Who is taking care of their food supplies the best? So check out their channels, check out their videos, and let me know in the comment section. I'm always saying description, I don't know why. The comment section of this video or their videos. What do you think? Who's doing best in staying alive, staying like with their steak in their hand? I think overall on the server I win right now, because I've got the most awesome farm on the server for food supplies, but they are not allowed to use that. So I will come back to this place at some point when they kind of set it down a little bit and we can actually see something here. But you most likely will see stuff on their channels now, so go over and check it out and let me know what you think about those people, because I think it's a great addition to the members that we already have on the server. Talking about farms that the new people are not allowed to use, I am now over in our big farm area because I was doing some things over here as well, which I of course want to show you. First up, you can maybe see that there are quite a bunch of those iron golem farms now around. Of course, it starts raining right as I record. Those iron golem farms that you can see down there, they are all operational. So that is now 11 farms already working. And those farms up here are currently in the building process. We have been building that throughout the weeks where I wasn't recording anything. And this is not the stuff that you really want to record because it's quite tedious, it's always the same. So we just did that off camera, mostly Rick and I did that. And it was actually a lot of fun to build those up. Because we had to build those farms and put villagers in each one of those, we had to get a new villager breeder because the old one that I built in a warehouse was really crappy. So I was building this one here together with Rike, which is pretty cool. It's a design that she also used in her Galleon temple that I once showed by Unaribit, if I'm not mistaken. And as you can see there's the villagers standing in there, and as soon as they breed, the babies will fall down and go down into a holding cell. And they breed because we can toss carrots or potatoes into there, so they've got the food to be willing to breed. And that works pretty good. We've got a good supply of villagers down there then. Let me quickly head down. That hurt a little. So the babies fall down into a little cell there. Maybe I can show it from here. Into the water pit. They will jump up and down there, and then once they grow up, they will go over into here, where we can grab them with a rail. And that worked out pretty nicely. Yeah, we were able to fill up those villagers? Iron golem farms, that's what I'm looking for. Pretty fast, and it was actually a lot of fun. But there was one problem that we faced, which were those things that are underneath. Because you can see there the stairs and slabs which are underneath the doors. That is what we had built before. You can see that still up there. But actually, there are some blocks that are lower down. So how would you go about placing those blocks? Let me try to look up a little bit because I want to show you something in a moment, which I don't want to spoil yet. So what Rick and I did was actually going up the elevator to about here, I'd say. Let me go in this direction then. And then we had to try with the elytra to fly over, nosedive down a little bit, and then go up and place the dirt underneath the doors so we can then place the blocks. And that was quite a lot of fun because we were flying back and forth, trying to place those blocks, and also landing on those small rings is not quite as easy as you might think it is. Let me demonstrate this with the upper rings. I mean, I trained now the elytra flying quite a bit with that because I did that several times. There's the 12 farms that you can see, and I think I must have flown about 50 times. So let me try to land on that ring over there. So we'll go down a little because it's easier if you come from down below, because then you lose quite some speed, and I was going too far over, but I might be able to... Oh, and that is what happens. You kind of get onto it and then you fall down again. So landing on such a small ring is not quite as easy as you might think, but it's a lot of fun to do something with the elytra. So when we were in the process of building those farms here, I was thinking about something, and I had this idea in my head for quite some time, which is the item elevator that we've got. Should maybe open my elytra in here, which goes down all the way to bedrock. Now it doesn't anymore, but it was going all the way to bedrock. And you can't really see the items coming by. If you're AFK in the center, you don't see the items. And I wanted to put an item elevator right in the center. And that is what I did then in a live stream. And I'm really proud of this because I think this is pretty amazing. Let's see if we can see something coming by. I don't know, Deadcraft is on the server right now, so there might not be too much. But there you saw some potatoes coming by from the new farm that Janus did over there. And there's some carrots. Usually when you're on your own, you get way more items. Some bread. But yeah, there's the items now coming by, going into the warehouse, some iron now. And you can see the items if you're AFK, and that's pretty cool. So then they come down here, go along this way, and then they connect with the new item elevator over here. And this design is pretty awesome. I was looking around for item elevator designs before we used a design by a guy called Nathan Ryan, and this is, I think, a further development of his design. So it's using a stair right there, so the items can't glitch out in that direction, and it makes use of the trapdoor being now able to float without being on a block. So once this goes down, it will block any items that might come in now, so they won't get stuck once this is doing its things, like this one now. And then they will get released and go into the next water channel. It's just a really, really cool way of stopping items. Way better than using pistons, because then the items sometimes glitch out. And yeah, then back here we are using a trapdoor, which the hitbox gets put into this position once an item is in there, and then it will start moving up. In the future, item elevators will be way easier, since in the snapshot they showed that if you put a dispenser facing upwards into blocks, the items always will go straight, so you won't need this then anymore. But for now, this is, I think, the best solution out there. The redstone here, I did them myself. It's just using the pressure plate, doing a little bit of pulse extending so it stays open for some time, and then going into redstone over there for that trapdoor. And of course you want to see how it's done down below now, because you may have already seen that there's not only one item elevator, but there is 4. And the reason for that is A, symmetry, and B, getting some stress away from the elevator, because the other one, the old one, was quite under some heavy stress before. So here you can see how it's done below, and this was actually the things that I did first, because the items were still going up the old elevator when I built this. And then Chris was so kind, standing right here in the water stream, collecting all the items that were coming by, so I don't get too many items laying around. And yeah, these are all the same. The items will get stopped here before the corner, then go around to the corner, get aligned, go into there, and then it's the same thing with the trapdoor back there and the pulse extender. Actually, it's not the same, because over here we have the longer version for the pulse extender. Since there is the comparator going into a block on this side. But other than that, it's all the same. There's then the torch somewhere underneath there, powering the trapdoor. And this trapdoor gets just powered by a 1-tick repeater. So all the items will get into the elevator, and we can't find any items around, so it seems to be lossless, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the items then just rise up to the top and go into the water stream that you saw before, get aligned into the center here, and once they are here in the center, they go that way into the warehouse and get stored. Now let's have a look at the iron supply, because with the 11 farms, you can see that we are getting quite a bunch of iron. That's more than 3 double chests of iron right here, which is pretty cool. I like having so much iron. And yeah, this is kind of the technical stuff that I did on the server, but I also did some building, and therefore I think we need to hop over to our new project in the city. Here we have it, and you may be wondering what this is all about, but I just thought that starting it off with a little bit of a time lapse before I explain everything might be quite cool. Oh my goodness. That was not a safe night. There's also a creeper. I can see through the flames. I hope that I'm safe now. So we've got this channel here which now has a little bit of a harbor section, which I quite like. And this is all part of the city stuff. There will be a video, or there might already be a video, announcing that we are doing a building contest on the community server for our new city here with all the different districts. And this channel here is not part of any district, it's a separator in between. So we want to separate the different districts, and so we want to do that with rivers. And then I was thinking a channel would be super cool, and I just want to go back to the portal there. By the way, the portal was built by W.C. Hammett. It's looking amazing, and it's the entrance to the city then. That thing there in the mountain, the huge portal, and I've never seen such a huge portal somewhere other than in gold farms or something. But yeah, I started over here, letting some water flow into a channel, and as you can see there, it's dropping out of the mountain. And then it goes over to there where there's a little bit of a floodgate to stop the water from going anywhere if there's too much water coming in. Of course, it's Minecraft, you can't move anything here. It would be cool if you could close those doors, but then it goes over to the direction where we just came from and the other way. And I really like building this because doing something quite random like these walls, like where to go down to something. It's nothing is really symmetrical other than the curves here that I did. It's all just build wherever you want to build, and I really enjoy doing such, I don't know how to call it, but a build where I don't have to focus on where to put stuff. I think I want to go up the mountain to show you a little bit where we are doing these separations. Okay, that should be good enough. You can already kind of see it from here now, but from up here we'll have a better view. So this area here will be the entrance area, and I really like how this wraps around now the central park area that we'll have going on here. And over there it connects then to the village. They will have a little bit of a pier there. I think that that's a cool element for the area, because the issue that we have there is that the land is quite low, and so we can't just build a wall with the channel. It would kind of look boring if it's all the same, but now it's really different. And then over there where you can maybe see the cobblestone, that's where a river is going to be. So this will be cut down and a river will go through from one side to the other side. Just noticed that my render distance is still quite low. And the channel will drop into the river there as it drops over there into the lake, and then there will be a separation going that way, because over here is the medieval steampunk area, over there the natural Asian area, and then over there the modern area. Then over here of course Atlantis, and in the mountain there will be the dwarven city, but those don't need too much separation. But for those areas here we'll have the separation with the channel, and over there with a river, and I think that that's pretty cool. I really like how this is all coming together, and I hope to get a lot of inspiration from your builds that you will come up with on the community server. And yeah, if you want to see more of this project, then make sure also to check out the other channels, because I know for a fact that there is something over here that we'll see in just a second. I hope that I'm not spoiling anything here. I might be. So we'll just turn around again and tell you that you will have to check out Chris's channel to see what he is doing over there in the modern district with his airport. It's pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. I might help him out with something in the future, because he needs some redstone stuff for the airport, which I might do with him. So overall, I really like the project already, and I'm looking really forward to what I can see in the future on your plots on the community server. But I think that we are slowly running out of time here, so it's maybe time to end this episode, and I would try to get it out for 2 PM. Can't promise anything because it totally depends on my internet connection, if I can get it uploaded quick enough. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then of course feel free to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends. And I hope then to see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day.